Class 10 student, this is 10-minute summary for the chapter that is Forest and Wildlife Resources. This is basically your second chapter from geography. We completed the rapid revision for the first chapter and this time we are going to cover the second chapter. Welcome on the platform Diksha Vedantu. This is your SST faculty Tanvi Pahuja. So let us start the chapter without wasting much of your time. Now pay attention, you are guys watching this video just right before your exam. You need not to lose anything. You need not to lose marks from this chapter particularly. So the chapter is so easy and short chapter particularly. So when we talk about the introduction of the chapter, the introduction itself says or talks about biodiversity, and being a country, a tropical country, subtropical country, India, we are very rich in that. But the problem lies where when 10% of the flora, 20% of the mammals are listed in endangered list and are critically available in India. The situation for the critical availability of flora, fauna existed in India because of several activities. They are either natural activities or human intervention. We talk about hunting, poaching, construction work. They have focused, or they gave you an example of Narmada Dam. On the Narmada, Sardar Sarovar Dam was made, which was an issue for affecting the flora, fauna, wildlife of that area. If we talk about Buxa Tiger Reserve, okay, Buxa Tiger Reserve is affected because of dolomite mining. So because our needs are increasing day by day, the flora and fauna is affected. However, the introduction part, which deals with the IUCN listing of different species, is not included in your exam. Right? It's something that's deleted portion which is going to come. So the important topic that will be coming in your exam is question number 1. What are the steps taken by Government of India, state government and central government for the conservation of forest and wildlife? And you will be answering this first point. Right? Citing the condition that wildlife in India is becoming endangered, some of them are becoming critical, right? The efforts were made by certain environmentalists, particularly during the time of 1960s and 1970s, because of which central government passed an act, that is Indian Wildlife Act, in the year 1972. Right, which banned hunting, poaching and even provided shelter in protected area to these wildlife. Get it? The second point is that the central government and the state government worked on the formation of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries throughout India. And we know we have large number in the list today. Third point is several projects were launched. Like we are aware about certain animals which are becoming endangered. They are on the verge of being extinct, like tiger, Kashmir stag, hangul, elephant, etc. So the projects to protect those species were initiated. Like in 1973, Project Tiger were launched. Okay, get it? So this can be the examples, this can be the points that you can add in this chapter. Later on, certain amendments were made in the Indian Wildlife Act which added other species like butterfly, moth, etc. Get it? The next important topic from this chapter is types and distribution of forest and wildlife. My dear students, there are 3 types, that is reserve forest, protected forest, unclassed forest. Do you know that half of the forest comes under the reserved forest of India? 1/3 of the forest comes under the protected forest of India, and these are the areas which are kept reserved. Like you know the word reserve. Okay, you know the word protected, so that any human intervention should not affect the type of species, wildlife, the forest life in that area. However, there are certain unclassed forests which are owned by the private individual where such type of intervention is not there, majoritarily present in states of Gujarat, Rajasthan, etc. Get it? So always focus on these type of questions. They come in exams in form of MCQs. Particularly, yes, I would suggest you to remember those states where these forests are present. Like if we talk about Madhya Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh is the state which have highest number of protected forests, right? Even I can say that Madhya Pradesh is a state in India which has contains largest number of forests in India, complete India. And do you know that what is the criteria for the forest department? The forest department says that in a country, there should be 33% forest of its total land area. And do you guys think that India insisted? No. It's around 24%, like 23 point some percent that is present in India. Get it? Now coming to the next most important for sure coming topic in your exam, what is the role of community in the conservation of forest? Okay, what is the role of what? Community in the conservation of forest. 5 points, remember it here only because this is going to come. First point, you will write about Saraska Tiger Reserve. This is in Rajasthan. What happened? Government came there for mining. Now, citing this Indian Wildlife Protection Act, the people said that no, we won't allow you to do mining in this area. And this is how the community played a vital role in the conservation of forest and wildlife. So, you can give the example of that. Next is Bhairav Dev's Duck of Sanctuary. This was in Alwar district of Rajasthan where people came forward, declared 1200 hectares of land as a sanctuary, that is century in English, right? And set up their own set of rules and regulations to be followed in their area without intervention of any authorities. Get it? The third one is Chipko movement, popularly known to all of you since childhood, right? Beach Bachao Andolan in the Tehri state, where what is done? Diversified crops are protected. Rather than making it genetically changed by mixing so much like fertilizers or mixing chemicals, they are focusing on protecting their species, diversifying that species. Getting the point? Last but not the least and very important, that is sacred groves. Now, what are sacred groves? The word itself clears that they are sacred for us. They are holy for us. And you guys know that in Indian society, we have a habit of what? Worshipping our plants, our animal species. We have a habit of that because our ancestor knew that this is the way by which we are going to protect them. Right? There are several tribal areas where these species are considered as virgin species. Like if I talk about forest, virgin forest, pristine forest, which we cannot degrade, we can never affect them. Like if we talk about tribals of Santhal region, like if we talk about tribals of Bhil region, they worship what? They worship Mahua, Kadamba. Tribals people living in Odisha, they worship tamarind, mango. Right? If you know about that, there is one more community, and that community is what? Bishnoi community, which worship black bug, and there is a case related to that, big case. Getting my point? So yes, there is a role of community in the conservation of forest and wildlife. Very, very important question going to come in your exam. Last topic but not the least topic, JFM. Question will be, write a short note on JFM. What is JFM? Joint Forest Management. Okay? Joint means there might be two people. Yes. This program was started by Odisha, state of Odisha, in the year 1988, first time. Seeing the importance of it, Supreme Court ordered that every state must follow that. But what is the plan? The plan is that, my dear students, now see, who are the people living in the areas of forest? The tribal people, the local community who are connected with that area, they are connected with that area. However, the forest of India is a national resource. Hence, forest department is given the responsibility to protect them, to conserve them. But what if both of them come together? Yes, this was the plan. In joint forest management, both the local communities and the forest department come together with the objective for the restoration of what? For the restoration of degraded forest. However, forest department is getting huge salary from the government. What about local communities? So they were assured that when they will be successfully protecting them, they will be given certain timber products. However, for their initiation, for their intervention, for their participation, they will be given certain non-timber products. So this was a good relation, give and take relation, in which we successfully protected our forest and wildlife in that particular area. Small chapter, first good scoring chapter, and this is all about forest and wildlife resource from geography 2. Come back soon because we are going to give you 10-minute rapid revision for all the chapters of SST. Bye bye. For now, meet you soon in the next live.